All right, in today's video, we're gonna get into 6 things you need to consider before you sell your house. It's officially spring, the market is coming back to life, and it's PCS season, so there's lots of transitions going on between here and the mainland. And now is the best time to list your home. If I'm gonna be honest, and you wanna be sold by the summer or fall, the conversations are starting right now. I'm having about 5 a week, which seems like a lot, of people who own a home and they're looking at, should I sell or should I rent? What does it look like? Is it gonna cost me? There's just a lot of questions and unknowns. And so I want you to go through these lists of 6 things today and get super clear so that we can make the best path for you. So the first thing you're gonna want is paperwork. Obviously, we need to do some homework before we can sell your home, but a couple of quick things I always love to ask my clients is I wanna know what's your outstanding mortgage balance, so your principal payoff amount as of the last statement. And why this is important is because I can pull a net sheet from the title company and they're gonna tell me if we list at a hypothetical sales price, minus your loan payoff, minus the selling costs like commission, like taxes, transfer fees, all of that, it's gonna tell you your bottom line, exactly how much you're gonna profit at the end of this transaction. You're gonna get to see all of that. So right out the gate, we're getting super clear on the numbers, but I need that number from you. I also wanna know your HOA information, so making sure you have recent copies of that, because HOA can change from 3 years ago when you bought the house to 2024. I wanna make sure we're up to date and accurate. Also, just go ahead and have your home insurance records ready to go, warranties, any additional information that you need to know, and then dates and records of any home improvements or repairs or defects that you know about your home. So for a lot of people, that could be like, well, we updated the lighting, here's the receipts for the lighting. Or, well, the water heater leaked, so we had to do a replacement and we paid a plumber. I wanna see that invoice, okay? And this is where, as homeowners, it's your responsibility to do good record keeping and have those files ready to go, because guess what? A buyer's gonna wanna know about it, and we factually have to share what we know about the home, okay? So that's step number 1, is getting paperwork. Step number 2, once you have those documents, and could be flip-flopped, right? But number 2, do you need a real estate agent, or are you gonna do for sale by owner? And you're like, Marina, you're an agent, why would you even bring that up? Well, it's because it's a common question that people ask. I know everyone's worried about saving their bottom line, and there's a lot of DIYers out there who are trying to save a buck. But let's just be clear, there's a cost to everything, right? There's a cost to selling when you hire a professional, and there's a cost to using a for sale by owner where you don't have representation, but you could potentially be losing money on the purchase price of your home. So often when I see for sale by owners, they're not presented properly, to be honest. They are sitting on the market for significantly longer than average, which costs you money to keep paying that mortgage or paying that tenant, whatever. And then also just the cost of negotiation. How many things are you missing out on each step of the process if you don't have someone who's been there with experience to say, hey, this is where we can save some money. Hey, let's do this one thing, which is gonna save you money. So quick example of this, right? I'm representing our sellers. They had asked for something, like a $5,000 credit towards a future replacement of the HVAC system, which the HVAC system is 20 years old, but it's completely operational. The inspector didn't find anything wrong with it and just suggested annual maintenance. But the buyer is going into this saying, well, I'm gonna live in this house for a while and eventually I'm gonna need to replace it. So Mr. and Mrs. Seller, can you please give me $5,000? So me as a listing agent, I'm going, okay guys, here's what they're asking for. It's not really a need or a necessity, nothing's wrong with it. But what if we offer them a home warranty instead? And the buyer took the home warranty instead, which cost us $500, saving my clients $4,500, where this deal could have fell apart from the seams if we didn't have that option in our back pocket, right? So just a couple examples, like I can pull them out of my hat like no other. It always happens. So understanding, are you gonna do a real estate agent? Are you gonna do for sale by owner? And if you are gonna hire a realtor, I want you to watch the video that we'll link below about 20 questions to ask your realtor in advance so you're hiring the right professional for you and your family. Number 3 is the time to sell. You need to determine what is the best time to market my home and really for me to move out, right? Everyone has different moving benchmarks, whether it's your job that's relocating you, your children's school that's a reason to move, maybe mom is coming back home and you're doing multi-generational living. I don't know what the situation is, but everyone has different timelines. And the market has different timelines. So depending on when you're going to list can depend when you could potentially close and get out of your home. So we're gonna work on that together, knowing market knowledge plus your family needs and coming with a good meet in the middle action plan, okay? Preparing your house, right? Obviously, a lot of our homes are pretty dirty. They need a good scrub down. We probably need a good declutter. Maybe we need to repair some things. Maybe we've got some paint patches that need fixing. Maybe the garage door needs to be fixed. Like, who knows what? There's always like little things that we've deferred maintenance on our homes. So now's the time to fully prepare it. And I will go through your home room by room, taking photo and video and adding a suggested list of things to do to get your home prepared for sale. Number 5, this one is going to be a suggestive one, but it's a home inspection. And so you're wondering, why would I pay for my own home inspection? Isn't that something the buyer pays for? Yes, this is true. However, wouldn't you rather be super prepared, like be the teacher's pet that has everything taken care of before it gets inspected? This is why it's important. It only costs you $500, but a home inspector is going to come in, literally check the home inside out, test every single electric outlet, test all of your plumbing. They're going to look at any safety defects or anything like that so that you can fix them or at least be aware of them before you go into contract. So there's no surprises when it comes to a buyer, and you're being fully transparent as a seller and saying, hey, I hired an inspector, here's the report for you. Now what? They have nothing to ask for, right? So we know going out the gate that we are smooth sailing on the inspection. Number 6 is going to be potentially renting. So with this one especially, I've had 2 clients in the last week who bought with me, and unfortunately their job is making them move within 2 years. So it hasn't even been 3 years. And they can't rent their home out for what their mortgage is. And so they're wondering like, dude, do I still rent it out? Do I sell and pay to sell it? Like, what do I do? So we're doing a lot of number crunching, but realizing that Hawaii is the #1 state in annual appreciation nationwide. So if you can trust history, which shows that our market tends to double every 10 to 12 years, will show you the numbers of what it looks like to hold it for a couple more years or even 10 years, even if you're in the negative on the month to month, meaning you're still paying out of pocket to cover your mortgage between the rent and your mortgage. Is it worth it to eat out of pocket now to make the gain later? Okay, so delayed gratification. Do we have that investor's hat on? Can we buckle up for a couple years? If it's too soon to sell, rent it out and look at it in the long term. Okay, so those are the big conversations we're having. Super critical, and especially for our VA buyers who have that VA funding fee when they first purchase. So their actual loan amount was 3% higher than their purchase price to cover that VA funding fee. And then if appreciation didn't cover that, guess what? We can't sell and break even, and we have to pay, so we're in the negative. So that's why it's really important to have someone on your side that's going to help you walk through that future and potentially looking at rental comps, referring you to a property manager, and all that good stuff. So that wraps up this video. That's 6 things you need to know and consider before you sell your house, especially for my people who are wanting to move this summer. The work starts now. For people who are wanting to move this fall and winter, the conversations start now, because I don't know about you, I don't like to cram everything to the last second. Let's come up with a 6-month roadmap to get you to the next one. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you again next week. Bye.